Hi, I'm Catherine Tinsley with The Nocturnal. How are you doing today?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to interview you.
I'm excited to be interviewed.
I'm loving the purple lipstick, by the way. It's really cute.
Thank you. Also, you would enjoy this and appreciate it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Black hair ad.
Yes.
As well. Yes.
We love to see it. So to start off, how did you prepare for your role? Did you read the book? Did you just delve into the script? What was your preparation process?
So I come from the theater world, so I don't have like a process, but to just dive in. And however that kind of happens, it happens. In regards to preparing for a theater role and a play, you have a whole month to really dig and dissect and crystallize and peel that onion back. In regards to film and TV, you're not given like all of the time in the world. So it's really about saying yes and trusting yourself and then expansion, I believe. Well, it was definitely my approach to La, and I felt like one of the important factors of her is that she is an unapologetically Black, queer, creative, radical thinker, is committed to being the change that she wants to see in the world, is going to change the world, is a revolutionary, has revolutionary radical thoughts, and is going to express herself in the deepest potency possible at all times. She really takes up the kind of space that she knows that she needs to.
And with having a powerful character who is unapologetically Black, there are things you notice, like she has natural hair, for example, and has her hair in braids, which is not something we get to see a lot of Black girls in media doing, right? But we also get to see a Black queer woman who's also in a relationship with another woman of color, which is also not something we get to see very often. What does not just representation, but also intersectionality on screen mean to you and look like to you?
First of all, I feel like, you know, in this sort of traditional narrative, it is revolutionary to see two brown women fall in love with each other in a world where conflict is not a part of the issue, right? Their queerness is not conflicting with the world. Their queerness is just queerness. And it is incredibly important to see these two different kinds of brown women fall into the connection is deeper than just seeing each other, and it's almost like a sisterhood. It's also like, you know, we like attracts like kind of situation. And I just feel like Black queer visibility is incredibly important, especially in these kind of narratives, for all of the young Black queer people that will be watching, and all of the young Black people that will be watching this film. This kind of expression, representation, these people coming into very important parts of their life, the moments that change the course of their life is deep as blank, but you know what I'm trying to say.
And with her relationship, we also get to see some of the challenges she has with stepping into herself and her sexuality, as well as her relationship. What were the challenges with showing that on screen for you as an
actor? The challenges around stepping into her expression as a person.
Yeah.
Again, like, I think it was really about saying yes. It was really about embracing youth and embracing that sort of electricity of being a young person. And, you know, La, I feel like, is very advanced in regards to like her immediate surroundings. She's just like, she just jumps on opportunity. And I feel like it was just all about leaning into that, all of the person that I've always wanted to be, you know, of just being freedom, and feeling like I can say whatever I want to say without being judged. Or like, I want more Black women to walk in freedom. I want more Black women. I mean, not that they're not already doing that. Of course, Black women are doing that. But young Black women, when the world comes at you fast, young Black people, the world is coming at us so fast right now. And a lot of our emotions are in reflection to what is happening in the world. And I feel like we deserve to walk without judgment and say what we want to say unapologetically at all times. You know, we need to be heard.
And do you feel like this role and having a character that is so unapologetically themselves and is not allowing themselves to be tone policed in any way, do you feel like this role was liberating for you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, it's funny because I come from the theater and my foundation is theater, the revolutionary Black plays that I have been a part of in New York City is totally dedicated to, I feel like every single role is a vibration, right? It's a vibration out into the ether, into the universe, you know, to say like our presence is absolutely important for the greater good of humanity. And there was a very revolutionary character that I played that to me reminds me of La on so many levels. And she goes through this evolution of self, and she'll just be like, I'm gonna be sexy now because I can. And I'm Black and I'm a woman and I can do that. And I feel like La is all of that, like is the alchemy of all of that, you know, on screen in the time that she gets to be that.
Yeah, and with you having a background in theater, but also roles that have sort of this revolutionary background and unapologetic background, how do you feel like that has prepared you for your role in television and film?
Well, I feel like that's such a good question because it's such a challenge to feel like you have a voice. And I really want to say, like, Richard Tan is so dope on so many levels because he created such a safe environment for the actors to be artists and collaborators on this project, to really, if we had something that we didn't feel right with or whatever, he would be like, you know, tell me. And I was really adamant about La getting to the deepest expression of how she felt about Cora and what that was like. And it was like really an equation to catharsis. So it was like, she needs to tell every little thing, like it's like sparklies and bubblegum and gummy bears. And like, it feels so good, but it's gonna hurt. You know, like whatever, like that kind of, and so there were a lot of lines of La just going there, going all the way there, which I feel like it's incredibly important to get to the why, right, as the actor. Now, going back to your question, I want to say that Coral encouraged my voice to speak up, because of course, as a woman of color, as a Black woman, it could be very, even with the kind of freedom that we were given, it was still very difficult for me to make that phone call and talk to Richard about how I wanted La to express herself. It still was very difficult. So, and I understand that not every room is gonna be like that. But the way that it has prepared me is that, you know, and the way that it has prepared me is a kind of frightening thing, right? Because you don't know what you can say or what you can't say. And then, I mean, if the environment wasn't created for you, again, we were very lucky with Richard, so bless him. But I also know that that as an actor, as a Black actor, our work is so meaningful. Everything that I want to touch, I want it to be a part of a revolutionary experience. I really do feel that way about the impact that theater has made, that the theater and the theatrical projects that I've been a part of has made in my life and in the lives of others. And that's obviously a very different medium because I'm feeding off of an audience, right? But I would like it so that in my career, I am a part of a revolutionary Black experience.
That's
You
very
know, and
powerful.
yeah, I know that some roles are not going to be that, but at the same time, our presence, our images are bigger than us.
Right.
Our images are bigger than us, and what we're saying in those imaging is bigger than us. And you know, with the fact that Lily has a following from Riverdale, and that young queer Black people are going to see this, or young Black people, brown people are going to see this, it means so much to the ether to be represented and lifted, especially at this time where kids are not in school. You know, that kids are going through a really, really tough time. You know, brown kids, I was reading about how we are having mental illness is a very important, it's a very important topic. And that if you do need help, or if you do feel like you need to seek help, seek help. You know, if you do feel like you need to talk to someone, talk to someone. And know that like the deepest relationship that you're ever going to have is with yourself, and it's the most important one, so you should nurture that. Mm-hmm. And self-care is a revolutionary act, yo. Like self-love is revolutionary, you know.
That was very powerful.
I was on a tangent, but
my final question for you is, what do you hope audiences can gain from watching this film?
I hope that audiences can gain, what I hope that audiences can gain from watching this film is that you will get through it. Whatever it is, whatever the pain is, you will get through it. That there is light at the end of the tunnel. That it's a very human emotion to feel pain. It's inevitable to come against it. And it's even more you're even more powerful on the other side of it. Like, trust that part. And also, in regards to this brown, beautiful, queer love story, like, be your authentic, truthful self and get to the deepest part of your authenticity. Give yourself the permission to evolve and love on yourself. You know, it's only going to get better. And we're only going to get more in tune with knowing how to move through it all. But once it happens, know that it's going to be better on the other side. Like this quarantine.
Amen. I feel like I went to a really good sermon. Thank you so, so much. This was such an incredible interview. And thank you so much for your work, your talent, and your light.
Oh my God, Catherine, thank you so much for asking me questions about the theater. Like, I'm like, bless you. Thank you. I'm like mourning my past life. I don't know when I'm going to be on stage again.